Hi listeners, Ram Big Thighs here. What's that? You've never heard my voice before? Well, you could hear plenty more from me and my friends if you subscribe to the Goblins and Growlers Patreon at patreon.com/goblinsgrowlers.
All right, guys. Who remembers what happened last episode?
Oh, I do.
Oh, I don't like that.
It was the beginning of Solinar's lighting a cigarette in the dark arc.
Dark.
This is Quid Pro Roll, a fantasy live play adventure where a party of unlikely heroes embark on a quest to bring dragons back to their world.
Well, howdy, listeners. Welcome to the Daily Crier Listening Show, where all the news in Varian and beyond can make its way, well, right to you. With the battle won, the spoils secured, the party looks for a way out of the temple. Eventually, they find the impossible stairs once more and slowly climb their way up and down out of the temple, university, tower. Thing. With a barely conscious Boat in tow, the group spies an apothecary suitable enough to let Boat recover from his wounds. It looks like he'll have to stay the night. Fortunately, they are directed to a bed and breakfast just across the street, which as they enter, they are greeted with two familiar faces. One of an old woman, and the other of her faithful hound. Well, listeners, ends and beginnings and ends. Is there really a need to distinguish such breaks when each is a breath, a cycle in motion? Where does anything truly ever begin? Perhaps it is our own need to move on, something we squander and avoid, something that pushes us to organize our moments on shelves of defined lengths, bookends there to give us our little time back. Well, in any case, party has left the Silver Temple. And where they go from here, we'll have to find out. And as always, y'all take care now.
As you step into the inn, the room smells of cedar. The woman that sits at the counter in front of you, a logbook open, seems to be a generally friendly old woman. There's a hint of familiarity to her that nags at you a little bit. In a comfortable bed in the corner of the room lies an old, what appears to be some form of hound. He doesn't even look up. He just kind of does the dog thing where he moves his eyes and then sighs.
Wait, did you say he's a cat?
He's a dog.
Oh.
Did I say he's a cat?
I don't know why.
He's a hound.
Hound?
I think you said hound.
And I heard
Yes.
that I was like, I don't know what that word is. I guess it means cat.
As we all know, the well-known Elvis Presley song, You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Cat, really, really tested well with audiences.
I think it was You Ain't Nothing But a Cat Dog, and it spun off a whole TV series.
Oh,
Alone
yeah.
in
that
the
sounds
World
right.
is a little cat dog, yes.
Didn't that air around the same time as Hey Munster?
You mean Real Monsters?
No, Hey Munster. I think you're thinking
Or
of...
Hey Arnold?
No, that's Arnold. Real Arnold. Sorry, I left off a word.
Oh my god, my brain... Either Chapman is from an alternate timeline or my brain just broke.
Yeah, in that timeline, hounds are called cats.
Anyway, comfortable smells in inn. Old woman standing behind counter. Old dog in corner.
And is this the old woman we think is going to kill us?
Yeah, quick point of order. Joshua the player 100% knows who the hell this old woman is and is upset about it. Solinar is maybe a little bit less sharp. Does anybody in the party recognize her?
Would it be wise potentially to roll history?
I already rolled. I don't remember anything about this situation. Oh wait, let me try religion.
If you can give me a viable reason why religion would be a roll, I will allow it.
Well, she's a demon, so...
Remind me
You
where
also
we saw
don't
this
know
character
that.
again previously?
What was that, Chapman?
Where did we see this character before previously?
You saw her in Miller's Port. You fought her and her dog.
Oh, so it's you.
I rolled a 17 religion. So I look up and I go, where were you on the day of your church?
I remember how comfortable life was before I began getting accosted randomly and asked where was I on the day of my church.
Mm-hmm. Johannes holds up the registry of the inn. This holy book has no documentation of you.
She looks a little bit nervous. Please, young man, that's an old book and pages are falling out of it. I need them for my tax records.
I got an 11 for history, so I'm gonna say Solinar's like, do we know this old lady? Like, what's the deal? Seems kind of familiar.
I rolled an 18 religion. This isn't a taxable income religious establishment. You have tax exemptions.
Oh, I'm not getting into that. Oh, here. She's going to take the book back.
Did any pages fall out of that book?
A few did, yeah.
I'd pick them up.
They're logs of people checking in and checking out and what rooms they stayed in.
And
it also has a ledger of how much they paid.
In this inn specifically?
Yes.
And how long back does it go?
Probably a few months. Maybe
Whoa.
7.
Few months or a few years?
Few months.
Suspicious.
Are you all checking in?
Yep.
I recognize you.
Oh? Do you, young man?
Have you ever been to a place called Miller's Port?
Miller's Port, Ah, yes, to the south. No, I've never had the pleasure. Born and bred in Maryne, I am.
Can I roll insight?
You can tell that while she's very clearly lying, she seems to be awkward in it. Like she's desperately hoping that you don't press her.
Is it like, does it feel like an evil lie or just like a embarrassing lie?
Mostly the second one, if you've got to pick a vibe.
Embarrassing.
So yes, it appears that she's like awkward and uncomfortable and doesn't want you to think that she's this person, but it doesn't appear for any actively malicious reason.
Here, can we have a little discussion? I think the two of us should talk real quick. And Koza's gonna like stand at the other end of the bar away from the party and see if she comes over.
She's going to, but she's gonna look both confused and apprehensive.
So I think you're lying to me.
What gives you that impression, young man?
It's it just feels like you're lying to me, okay? And I can tell.
That's a terrible accusation to one such as I.
Well, yes, it is. But can you please just be honest with me so we can move on?
I may or may not have been in Miller's Port at a certain point, but I am turning over a new leaf, running this inn.
Right, and you know, I would love to give you an opportunity to start a new life. I think people do make mistakes, and there should be a path forward for people who make mistakes. But also, the mistake I believe you maybe made in the past was poisoning the whole town. And if I'm staying at your inn, I would like to make sure that I am not the next poisoned town.
Very full of yourself, aren't you? You are more than... I do not serve food at this inn. There are several local restaurants that I can point you to, but unfortunately we no longer offer continental breakfast.
So at the previous inn, she was serving food, right?
It wasn't even an inn so much as it was just she was making and selling food.
Okay. So this is like...
This is very much a change of form.
Am I the only one that recalls the barber telling us that this was a bed and breakfast?
No,
Because I could
I also
swear
remember it being a bed and breakfast.
immediate suspicion.
Well, look,
You see that it says bed and breakfast, and she just like rips the bottom half of the sign off, so it just says bed and.
does that actually happen?
Yes, because that's hilarious to me.
Okay. Well, I can't help but just notice you just tore off the part that says you do in fact serve food.
We're out of all of our ingredients.
Okay, but
suddenly at once.
it just makes me a little uncomfortable that after running into you, trying to poison an entire town, we now run into you, once again running an establishment where you serve food. Or
Well, as I said, all of my ingredients went bad, and it's terribly unsafe to serve expired ingredients, so we serve no current breakfast. We're a bed and customer service.
Let
A good night's sleep. A comfortable repose.
Okay, but you know, like, what if the bathwater is poisoned?
I didn't even think about that, so you can be confident that it is not.
Okay, but I need to talk to my companions real quick, and I
Of
just turn
course.
and I don't move from where I am. She's the one who tried to poison the whole town in Millersport. How do you all feel about that?
Hey,
I was getting a religious vibe from this place.
I don't think we can stay here. That's
Well, she said she's trying to start a new leaf, but
Oh, wait a second. That dog tried to kill me.
The dog looks up and does the long-suffering dog sigh and then lays back down.
Yeah, you better lay back down.
So
I'm not feeling super keen on staying in an inn where the person running it has previously tried to kill us and several other people.
Oh, and killed people. I remember. And also made me cook poison.
okay, does she
Well, at
deserve
least we
it?
didn't serve the poison.
She says she wants another chance though.
To kill us?
Well, it sounds like maybe. Wait, did you want another chance to kill us or another chance at life?
Life was the
Okay, she says she wants
implication.
another chance at life.
Wait, but you didn't
Okay.
face any punishment the first time.
Also, the barber explicitly said that this is a bed and breakfast, and I just watched her tear the word breakfast off the wall.
Yeah, if there's no breakfast, then why are we paying bed and breakfast prices?
Also, have you served anybody since you started? Like, you be honest with us. Have you served anybody any breakfast since you opened this establishment?
I have served several people breakfast, notably poison-free. You're welcome to investigate my kitchen.
I'm rolling insight on that.
Sure.
Nope, never mind.
I too will,
I got
will
it.
roll insight on it.
I got a 3. Even with modifiers, that's a 6.
I got a 21.
Oh my god.
So she's legitimately offering for you guys to go investigate her kitchen, but you can kind of feel that there's nothing she wants more than to be done with this interaction.
Well, of course she
What?
wants to be done with that interaction. She doesn't want people to know that she's a poisoner who killed people in a previous town in her
Right,
establishment.
where did we land on her feeding people poison in her current establishment?
That's what
Yeah.
they're trying to figure. That's what you are trying to figure out.
All right, let me look at this. And Solinar tromps into the kitchen like he's seen detectives do in stage shows. All right, I'm gonna rummage through some of this stuff. We'll see who's been poisoning things.
As you go through several parcels and boxes of ingredients, going down even into the cold storage, there doesn't seem to be anything that's inherently poison. I mean, she could oversalt something. She could potentially, try and use some of the almonds to make an extract to potentially kill someone with a nut allergy if she wants to be sneaky with it, but in general...
Brandon, put on your earmuffs.
There's a reason I'm so quiet right now.
But in general, it appears that the only things that are dangerous are things that, would have to be made dangerous.
I got a 17 religion. Is there any religious poisons?
There are no religious poisons, partially because I don't even know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Like some demon toxins?
Yeah.
Hello, yes, do we have any Sunnian belladonna by chance?
Yeah.
Actually, if you were going to be an assassin for Soon, belladonna is 1000% what you would use to kill someone.
100%.
Is that all, young man?
All right. I didn't find any poisons.
I mean, I do have to say, I mean, and look, you know, call me a paladin all you want. And I know sometimes we, you know, get a rap for being a little goody two-shoes, but I do think that you possibly should go, at the very least, in front of a court for murder. I think murder of multiple people might just be something that, at the very least, I mean, I know you want to turn over a new leaf, but that starts with turning yourself in to the justice system so that people can figure out, you know, hey, murdered some people, not great, but, you know, you're doing community service, so maybe, you know, your 7 lifetime judgment gets turned to 4, you know? I don't know how courts work.
Do you want a room, or would you like to try one of the many other fine Maryne establishments?
Oh, I'll take a room, please.
Wonderful. Given that we are currently out of breakfast service, that will be a simple matter of 2 silver, please.
Man, there was so much food in there, though.
It's all gone bad at once.
Man.
We had a storage malfunction in the cold storage.
Oh, I know how that is. Once those rats get in, you can't trust anything.
We do not have rats. We have an on-site pest control specialist, and she points at the dog.
And then fire comes out of his nose as he sighs.
Well, I mean, I do agree that it would be nice to have a place to stay tonight. I also think that maybe we should... Are we gonna have to circle around to this again?
What do you mean?
Because I also think maybe we shouldn't just like be like cool with somebody who maybe needs to like are we responsible for making sure that there's justice here?
So, everyone, if I may, if we're going to do this whole bring to justice thing, she's gonna like lean in so that she can be kind of quieter. Can't we just sleep first?
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
We did just finish up a very taxing ordeal.
Sleep on it. You don't want to do anything with an empty gas tank. Which, of course, we're referring to what you use to fill people up so they can pull their carts and horses and things. We sometimes call them gas tanks because they're gassy beasts.
You can't do manual labor unless you've eaten at least 2 cans of beans.
Mm-hmm. And that's why they call them gas tanks, which is definitely a thing that we say.
I'm not super keen on this, but I'm also very tired. Like really tired.
Well,
Plus maybe Boat will be recovered tomorrow.
oh yeah, we should get Boat's input too.
Boat's gonna be staying overnight at the clinic.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is like
You want to go back across the
if we
street, go
sleep-
to the clinic, get Boat's opinion on it.
You don't even know
no.
the visiting hours for the clinic.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying if we sleep on it, then maybe Boat's feeling better.
He's saying in the morning,
don't-
Alita, like when we actually make the
Oh,
decision.
okay. I'm
Yeah,
very
yeah.
tired.
Mm-hmm. Because right now, if it was us making the decisions, what if we had a 2-2 split, we'd have no deciding vote.
It's true. So yeah, we should definitely sleep on it. I've got some misgivings about sleeping here, but I also don't want to stray too far. So I don't know. I'm split down the middle on that point.
Also, 2 silver in the center of Maryne's not bad.
It is weirdly cheap.
We don't offer a breakfast service currently, so that's the reason for the discount.
Well, good enough for me. 2 silver on the counter.
She gives you a key with a large red tassel at the end of it.
Has it got a room number on it?
No, but if you go up the stairs, you'll notice that each of the doors is painted a different color.
Is the tassel magical at all?
You want to roll Arcana?
I'm so suspicious of literally everything here. So suspicious. That's an 8 for Arcana, and I'm going to stop rolling this 20.
Yeah, I was about to say, that needs to go to dice jail. You don't notice anything particularly magical.
I go upstairs. I unlock the red door, if there is a red door.
You open the room, and the room smells of warm cinnamon and vanilla. The bed has already been turned down with not exactly the most luxurious, but a comfortable and well-made linen sheet set. There's an open wardrobe for you to put your stuff, and a large window that looks out over the town.
I look out the window.
You see the winding down bustle of Maryne. It's certainly no Tinker Haven. At a certain point of night, Maryne definitely is a city that sleeps.
I'm proud of you, Maryne.
Maryne...
Especially in the current climate where they're like, we could be at war any day now.
Kosa? I was asking if you're planning on staying.
Oh, yeah, I'm planning on staying.
You're given a key with a purple tassel at the end.
Oh, okay, cool.
As you go into your room and open the door, you are taken by the smell of lavender, something calming and comfortable. The sheets are a linen, just like Johannes's were, and already turned down. There is a window here that looks out towards the castle.
They're already turned down.
Turned down.
For what?
Darn it.
I'm so glad you two are on the same page. Solinar?
Solinar puts 2 silver down on the counter, and he's like, listen, we're going to stay here tonight because we're giving you a second chance. But if this goes sideways, it's going to go real sideways.
Yeah, it's gonna go so sideways that it's perpendicular.
You won't regret giving me this opportunity, young man. And she hands you a key with a green tassel on the end.
All right. And Solinar goes up to the green room, which I presume is full of snacks, bottled water, and local celebrities?
So you made the joke before I could. But in the reality of QPR, you open the door and are taken over by the smell of eucalyptus, which is mildly overpowering. But you find the same things. The rooms are turned down, comfortable, and spacious is a little bit overstating it, but they're nice. They're comfortable. It's a room you can be at peace in. Almost oddly so, given you're very suspicious of the proprietor.
Yeah, I was going to say, Solinar's immediately giving the whole room a once-over, as if, like, she's planted bugs.
You look around, and one of the things that you find is a small crystal wrapped in vines under the bed. It seems to be emitting the smell of the room.
I'll do an arcana on that. No. In fact, if you'd like to give me some very wrong information about it, I just crit fumbled.
Well, it appears that this is some kind of fairy magic. Some kind of beautiful glamour spell to make you feel like you are more handsome than you were when you first walked in.
Trying to inflate my ego so I lower my guard. Well, it's not gonna work that easy. Think I'm some kind of chump.
While all of you settle in, Boat, is there anything that you want to do as you're kind of laid up and wounded?
All I want to do is heal and stop hurting.
That is just Boat saying to the ceiling, hoping that whatever God controls the universe is listening.
Yeah. Boat's just been talking to himself out of frustration this whole time.
The barber surgeon comes in and is like, the good news is you're going to make it. The bad news is I'm taking both your legs.
Why are you taking my legs?
I need them for an art project.
You all wake up after a relatively uneventful night, though some of you slept better than others, as some of you are in, healing from being in excruciating agony. I give you all the benefits of the long rest that you've taken, and you feel refreshed to a certain level. Mildly suspicious still, but refreshed.
Nice.
Johannes goes down to the lobby and is waiting for other people to go down. Is grandma in the lobby with a bad dog?
Grandma isn't, nor is the dog, but you do see that Alita and Felix are there already.
Is there any tea?
There is nothing. The breakfast service has been completely postponed.
Is there any other people there?
Nope.
She can't even boil some water?
Yeah, right. Has there been any other people there the whole time?
No. Not that you've seen, at least.
Okay. Morning, Alita.
Good
morning, Felix.
Meow! You see Felix is clutching a little gold coin and wagging his tail almost like a dog.
Well, looks like you're, one coin richer, buddy.
We're going to the market so that he can spend his coin.
Oh my god, what are you gonna spend it on?
I don't think he knows yet.
Yeah, you gotta check everything out at the market first before you know. I get that. Well, guess what, buddy? Lucky day. What's that behind your ear? That's right, another gold coin. Here you go.
He's going to clutch it and they're going to clink together, and he's going to keep tapping them together so they make a little clinky sound.
Actually, I rolled really poorly on my sleight of hand, so what was behind your ear was actually just just my hand.
And there's a coin that has fallen to the ground and is rolling
hits
under.
The ground, is rolling around, and then Johannes is like, "Whoa, magic coin out of nowhere." Okay, point being, you've got two now.
Thank you, Johannes. He's excited. Johannes, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So, as a hypothetical, if you were at sort of a point where you couldn't worship Soon anymore, what do you think you would do?
Whoa. If I was no longer a paladin of Soon, well, I think I'd have to first be like, well, who am I at my core? And then I probably would be like, well, how does that define me? And for me, it's like, I want to help people, and paladins help people. So I like to continue to be a paladin. And then, if I can't be a paladin of Soon, then I guess I would probably just find another person to be a paladin of, because I can help people by being a paladin.
Johannes takes the oath of just being a generally swell lad.
Yeah, I just think, it's important to be like, who am I? What do I want to do with my life and my time? And then if something challenges that, then you got a new opportunity to kind of figure out who you are again. And sometimes you change, which is pretty crazy, but I've changed like lots of times during this whole quest where I felt like, there was this one period of time where I looked into a mirror. We were like in the desert, I think, or maybe we were at an oasis talking to fish. I don't know. That's my memories of it, at least. And there's times where I like look in the mirror and I'm like, why am I looking at myself in the mirror? And I remember I used to look at myself in the mirror all the time. But nowadays, when I'm looking into a mirror, I'm not even seeing myself so much as I'm, thinking about just like all the things that we've been through and just trying to get things done so I can keep going in the world. And that's, assuming that the mirror isn't attacking me like a crazy heckin' magic mirror, which happens, as we all know, don't we? And so I think that as you change, you have an opportunity sometimes to recheck in with yourself and be like, whoa, I'm a different person than I was then. And I think that means a good thing because you've been growing, like a tree or a dragon or a dragon tree with dragon fruit. Put that in your tank, the gas tank colloquialism we have here. But my point being is that I think you can evaluate who you are with a new lens and a new perspective and be like, okay, well, here's what I want to be and what I want to do.
Thank you, Johannes. That was really helpful. Well, we're going to go to the market. Can you wait up for everybody?
Oh, absolutely. I'm also going to take that fire over there. I'm going to boil some water. I'm going to make some tea.
Okay. I'm also going to see if I can get my hands on any of the Knights of Alaria and see if they might be able to offer any assistance with the next leg of the trip.
Heck yeah. Are they hanging out around here?
So a few of them, I think, are still in the palace.
Whoa. Okay, that'd be super cool if we could definitely talk with them.
No, let's see which one of them are, still around.
Yeah, I like most of them.
Most of them is definitely a distinction.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll see you later, Johannes.
See you later, Felix. I hope you find something perfect. Hey, and just between you and me, buddy, if something's really, really good, but you don't have enough coins for it at the time, then you just come back here and you let me know, and you got more coins.
He's going to excitedly nuzzle your face and then excitedly clink his coins together again.
Yeah. Coins are cool. People trade for them all the time, but they're not that big of a deal. The things you get are more important.
Money's not important, says guy who's always had money.
Oh, I've always had it. Never had to worry about it. That's why it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
It's at this point that Koza and Solinar, you two are going to come down, seeing Johannes standing alone in the lobby making his tea.
On awakening and rising from bed, Solinar's going to give himself an Arcana once-over to see if he's been affected by this weird glamour under his bed. And I got a nat 20.
You have been affected. The stone that's under your bed doesn't seem to be doing a glamour so much as it seems to be doing some kind of emotional and mental sedation. It's a calming spell, and upon closer examination, it feels more like hag magic.
Hag magic? I thought the lady we fought in Millersport was a demon. Don't you just raise your eyebrows at me and drink your ginger ale? Okay.
For the record, Alex, I think that's the right reaction.
So,
It's good ginger ale.
Solinar's feeling very sedate as he checks all of this out, but I think is also knowing that the magic is making him feel sedate is like already trying to like push back against it with irritation.
Makes sense.
Solinar's like, I don't want to be sedated.
So he puts himself together and then heads downstairs. And I presume you said Koza and Johannes are down there.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Look, somebody's looking glamorous and fashionable. Look at this guy, Koza.
Oh, good morning. He sure is looking glamorous.
Good morning. So, real quick, huddle up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's a demon. I think she might be a hag.
Do you remember her hound turning into a hellhound and belching fire and death?
I do, but did any of you find crystals underneath your bed doing magic?
Koza's gonna run upstairs and check real quick.
As you look under your bed, you do in fact find a crystal wrapped in vine.
Yeah, and Koza shouts down, I found the crystal, yeah.
Koza, can you check under my bed too?
Koza's gonna run over to Johannes's room.
You're gonna find the same thing.
Oh, yeah, there's one in here, too.
Oh, well, check in Alita's room.
Because it's going to go run to Alita's room.
Alita's room is locked.
Oh, Alita's room is locked.
Oh, well, wait. Hey, do you think that we should unlock that door in order to check Alita's room?
No, I think we can just assume that there's one under Alita's bed too.
Also, we're gonna assume that there's one there.
Oh, okay, that's probably reasonable.
With all the shouting back and forth, Solinar's looking around. Is the old woman and her dog present?
No, not currently.
Well, small blessings.
Yeah. Oh, she's not here. The breakfast is canceled.
But I know breakfast is canceled because of the... Hey, she probably lied about the food spoiling stuff, huh?
You know, I'm still not sure what she's lying and not lying about, to be honest.
So, just a quick question. If she's a hag...
Are you back down here?
Oh, yeah, I just came down. I was a little quiet.
Yeah, but you brought the stones. Go put those back where you found them.
Oh, well, no, I was just going to hold on to them. They're kind of nice looking, don't you think?
And they smell very good.
And
They smell very good.
They've got calming magic on them, Koza. How are you not, like, the most sedate creature alive holding all three of them right now?
oh, no, I'm feeling much calmer than normal.
Koza's natural level is so high all the time that 3 magical reinforced calming stones bring him to just being kinda nervous.
Koza wants to be sedated.
If you cut Koza, his blood pressure is so high it comes out like a super soaker.
Ah. It's not a mental image I needed. All right. I'm going to pop next door and see if Boat is up and about, because I don't know if we need to solve this problem, but we definitely have a situation here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to grab something for Bo before we pop next door, because I know if I don't get him some ham and we show up empty-handed, he's going to be real mad.
Oh, yeah, he's always saying, don't you show up empty-handed again.
Yeah, he said that to me multiple times.
I don't even know where we get ham from.
I'll find it. Bye. Bing.
Koza?
Just a quick question, Solnar. Is it better or worse if she's a hag? I wasn't really clear on that.
I mean, hags... My understanding of hags are basically like the Baba Yaga, only like less powerful. So, like, they're not inherently super bad, but they're also not great either.
Okay.
I must know where Solinar is getting his hag lore from.
Hag lore.
Hag lore! I mean, the same place Solinar gets all of his mythical creatures lore. Children's stories.
Okay.
And how accurate or inaccurate that is in your world is up to you.
I just feel like you may or may not be reading some hag propaganda.
Hag propaganda!
That's my band name. That's officially the band name. That is my favorite one we've done.
Wouldn't it be propaganda?
No! Hag propaganda. Well, because propaganda is really hard to say.
Propaganda hag. Enter the haggis.
I feel like that's already a band.
Yeah, it's my favorite band. That's why I'm excited that Alon said that.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like a real band name.
Yeah, who would enter haggis? You're supposed to eat haggis.
Yeah,
That's
haggis
weird.
enters you in Russia.
Right.
So I have gone. Alex, do I have any trouble finding ham?
No, you can go, and the morning market is already started, and you see there is a butcher stall set up with several sausages, meats, large rock-sized slabs of ham.
Yeah, I immediately I grab a few slabs. I toss a coin to my butcher, and I begin to make my way back towards the barber combination barbershop, KFC, Taco Bell that our friend Boat is
The patient first barber shop KFC Pizza Hut.
yeah. And is there anything that I see on my way back?
Several, vendors for bread, cheese, milk, juices, fruits. Some people have already started selling things like cloth and trinkets, and beads and fineries. But overall, nothing immediately comes to your attention. Other than the gray clouds gathering overhead, promising rain later in the day, it seems to be a generally normal, unremarkable day in Maryne.
In the distance, the cries of vegetables, get your luscious, healthy vegetables.
What a normal day in Maryne.
You hear like the strains of a musical number in the back as all the villagers like, it's a normal day in Maryne. It's like the beginning of the Disney musical that is QPR.
A normal day in Maryne. And while we're out on a morning stroll, we've happened to come through some meat. A normal day in Maryne with an armful of meat and a stack of ham for the man who won't let us sleep if we don't bring him his ham in the morning in Maryne. And if you don't come to him by 19 of the 8th hour when he devours his ham, that's when this man, I say, he wakes up on a day like today, a normal day in Maryne.
It's a normal day in Maryne.
It's a normal day in Maryne.
I'm trying to sleep.
Quid Pro Roll is a co-production of Alpha Comics and Games with Goblins and Growlers. Our audio production and all original music composition is provided by Gabriel Perez. He can be found at Amethyst Audiomancer on Instagram. The voice of Alita and our DM for the podcast is Alex Smith. She can be found at Alpha Comic Games on Twitter. The voice of Charles Gravy Boat Barnes is Brandon Dingus. He can be found at Way of Brandalore on Twitter. The voice of Eek and Koza are Chapman Adams. He can be found at What Are Birds on Instagram. The voice of Johannes is Alan. He can be found at The Dungeon Meowster on Instagram. And finally, the voice of Solinar is me, Josh Maltby, and I can be found at BlackCloakDM on Twitter. Thanks so much for listening.
This is it. He's throwing open the window sash and then throwing it back down.
You there? What time is it? I'm trying to sleep.
It's 8:19, sir.
It's 8:18 on the dot.
Bah, hambug.